Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Ask Alexa Therapy Facebook Live. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and thank you for all of your support. I'm just getting so many incredible questions in that I can't wait each week to answer them. I think it's so important to be able to answer these questions online here on Facebook Live. So there's a community, there's a support where we all can come together and answer these questions. Again, if you have any questions, please send them to askalexatherapy.com or info@askalexatherapy or right here on Facebook Live. Well, let's get to our first question. Dear Ask Alexa Therapy, my ex-wife and I have been divorced for almost 2 years now, and I just found out she started dating. I've been feeling angry and jealous and feeling like I'm having little outbursts every once in a while. Does this mean I made the wrong decision to get a divorce? Do I still love her? This is such an important question, and I believe a relevant question, because so many times when people get a divorce, there are so many mixed feelings, and that's okay. So I know you said it's been about 2.5 years, 2 years since you've had a divorce. My first question would be, who asked for the divorce? Because even though someone might ask for the divorce, doesn't mean that they won't grieve it. A divorce is a death of a dream. There is a grieving process. It's a death of an ideal. So even if you wanted the divorce, you will still go through the grieving process. And of course, feel regret, feel sadness, and maybe even question yourself. And that's normal. That doesn't mean realistically, maybe we should be back together. Maybe we should have stayed married. But I think then also on the other hand, it's saying, how long have these feelings been going on? Has it been since the divorce, or is it just because of this new person that she's dating? And I think it's human. It's normal to feel that little bit of jealousy or a little bit of pain when you know someone has moved on. I once spoke to a very smart mentor of mine, and she had said once that she had two husbands. One had passed away, and one she had divorced and had moved on and started a new life with a new person. And she had said that it was harder to grieve the one that had moved on and had remarried again. So I think it's so important to really understand part of the human condition. It's okay to grieve the loss of your ex. It's okay to feel like it's still painful to know if they're moving forward or dating. So I think one, to really realize and take a self-inventory with yourself about what's been going on. Have you been talking about it? Have you been seeking help for it? Because I think so many times people keep it to themselves. They won't open up about it. They don't want to admit that, yes, even though maybe I asked for this divorce, it's painful. Maybe I have second thoughts. But that doesn't always mean you made the wrong decision. But if you feel like these thoughts have been lingering or just eating away at you for a long time, I think it's important for you to speak to someone that you trust, a friend, a family member, or even getting into therapy to really explore these options. Because divorce is one of these big life events. It's one of these big decisions that someone goes through. So there isn't any right reason or wrong reason or any way how to grieve. I think it takes time, and like anything, it's a process. So it's important that you can explore it, address it, and process it with someone that you trust, a professional, to really be able to grieve it and go through those stages of grief. And if you still feel that you're having second thoughts, you're questioning yourself, or maybe you're not sure if you made the right decision, I would say, can you talk to your ex? Can you maybe call your ex-wife up and say, can we sit down and talk just for discussion? I know sometimes that's a really tough move to make. It's tough to reach out to your ex, but I think it's important to be able to share how you're feeling. And again, this is in a relationship where safety isn't a concern. If there's any safety issues, any domestic violence or abuse, then I really feel that, and I instruct that you speak to an individual who's a professional before taking any steps forward. Because again, safety is always first. But if you feel still that it was basically a safe marriage and you're just having questions if you made the right decision, or you feel that you find yourself ruminating about it or thinking about it so much that you can't get it out of your mind, you owe it to yourself to explore it. You might not have to go to your ex right away. Maybe you can talk to the professional or a friend or a family member and really go through it, really open it up and really start flushing it out and flushing out what you're feeling. Because it's okay to feel a little tinge or a little bit jealousy of knowing that the one that you love has moved on or has started moving on. And I think it's being able to find closure and being able to sit with yourself and say, what would that look like for me? What would make me feel at peace? And still then, if you feel like I need to speak to my ex, I think it's important to always open up that dialogue if you can and have an open conversation. What do you have to lose? I think it's always so important not to play games and not to always say, maybe I'm not going to say anything. Maybe they should come to me first. Really, you have to be honorable to yourself. If you have these feelings and you need to discuss them, I feel it's very, very important to go to that person as long as it's safe and speak to them and ask them what's going on, or even to find closure. Maybe there's certain parts of the divorce or certain parts of the marriage that you need to hash out. You need to get answers. And that doesn't always mean you need to be back with that person. But I think it's important to have those answers. Remember, you married this person. You expected to spend the rest of your life with this person. So I find it's very, very important that this just isn't a flippant decision to let it think, okay, maybe it'll just go. Maybe I won't think about it. It doesn't just go away. Like anything, we need to address it. We need to speak about it, and we need to also acknowledge and honor our feelings and be honest with ourselves. So again, I would say reach out to someone you love, someone you respect, and explain to them how you're feeling. Reach out to the professional, and if you want to reach out to your ex-wife and see how she's doing. See maybe if she's had any second thoughts and any questions. And also after discussing things with her, see how you're feeling about it. But also know it's normal to feel a bit jealous. It's normal to feel that pain. It's normal to have questions and why am I doing this? Was this the right decision? Just because you have questions doesn't mean the reality is you should be back with that ex. It really takes time to explore it. Again, I find so many times people sometimes think divorce is the answer, as one of my other episodes I've done, and some people maybe get divorced too quickly. So I really believe, really explore it, really process it, and really go through it before making any huge decisions moving forward. This is your life, so you need to honor it and you need to move forward and make sure you find that peace. So again, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Please check out my YouTube channel, Ask Alexa Therapy, and check out my website, AskAlexaTherapy.com. If you have any questions, please send them to info@AskAlexaTherapy. All names will remain anonymous. And thank you so much for all your support. And please check out the YouTube channel. This Wednesday, a brand new episode will be coming out. Just so excited. We have so many incredible, incredible things happening at the Alexa Show and here on the Facebook Live. So again, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. And I'll see you again next Sunday at 6 p.m. Everybody, have a good night and God bless.